So this is Kwame and Judge Joe Brown on the Buzz Light podcast. And Judge Joe Brown is letting y'all know who the real Kamala Harris is from the beginning of her career up until now.
Mrs. Imhoff, Vice President of the United States, who goes by her maiden name,
Miss Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
I'm scared to talk about Kamala Harris. I'll let you have that one.
Nah, she's a witch, and she is a corrupt witch. She's been corrupt her whole life, and she fucked her way to the top. They used to detail this witch in the LA Times with her sexual escapades. She fucked damn near everybody trying to get up. She used to be a frat hoe when she was at Howard.
Say
she ain't black. You know what I'm saying?
Say she used to be a frat hoe when she was at Howard.
Do this, Miss Harris.
Nah, I mean, well, don't, but she's,
I don't know. I'm just listening.
Well, here's the thing. I actually met her father in Jamaica. I was the guest, sat at the Governor General's table, and he was a professor.
Okay.
And he represents as a Hindu Brahmin. He admittedly has some Irish in him. All right? The person that Kamala Harris is saying is her black great-grandmother is, in fact, according to Daddy, in an article he wrote, which has now been cleaned up on the online edition of that magazine, was a Hindu house servant, not a black woman. So her mother is listed on her birth certificate as Caucasian, even though she's dark. But she's a Hindu Brahmin Tamil caste. Now, interestingly, do you know what the anthropological name is for what Kamala Harris and her parents are?
No, sir.
Indo, I-N-D-O hyphen Aryan. See, they are the original Aryans, but Adolf Hitler and his boys told a big lie. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed Aryans from the far north did not exist, never existed. They were the dark to swarthy to paper bag brown, dark-eyed, dark, coarse-haired Indo-Aryans from India. Those actually settled Germany, and some other people came in from the steppes that lightened everything up a bit. So that lie is being told. So you get the Aryan Brotherhood, the Aryan Nation. What's going on is the Aryans, they claim to be one with, look like Queen Harris. You know, I guess what she did is, LA Times ranked her out. I was out in LA, when she was really
I see this article.
All right, we got to take a lot of to what he's saying into consideration, because Judge Joe Brown is in this political space. He been in this political space. The man 77 something years old. He done seen a lot of these people careers, from entertainers, political people, movie actresses, so on and so forth, career from the beginning up until now. So he's spilling the real.
Before that, see, she got out and they ran a thing that when she went to law school, Willie Brown, that was his mistress. They used to have guards.
I heard about that, though.
Hey, y'all heard about her and Montel Jordan. Montel Jordan was out there courting her like he had two hoes on his side. He had one chick and Kamala Harris on the other one. Yeah.
Where they had one I loved. It was a scene, Willie Brown sitting behind a desk with his tongue hang out, and Kamala is raising up after doing it.
Ooh, damn.
And, they ran this thing where he got her a job with a medical supply company that did business with the city of San Francisco. He got her a gig for 15 hours a week for $72,000 a year, and you have to understand that was 35 years ago. And then when they carried a thing where she moved up to 20 hours a week, she getting paid $120,000 for a part-time gig, and he bought her a 750i BMW. She was earning that. So
she earning
she
that.
had this thing where she was trying to get on with this big firm. They wouldn't hire, so she started screwing one of your buddies, an NBA player who was their biggest client. So she got hired. So then they ran a scandal.
Hey, this the stuff that we don't be knowing behind the scenes of these people. Judge Joe Brown, one of them ones, man. He done seen it all. He didn't live through damn near it all.
On her where she was trying to get on with the DA's office, so she started screwing the deputy chief DA to get on. So,
So what do you see? I mean, you have a lot of knowledge. As you can see, you got the chat going crazy. You have knowledge that span back 30, 40 years.
Hey, I'm telling you, but y'all don't want to hear that though. Y'all don't want to hear that. See, my main thing is I don't like me as a black person. I don't like people that people that act black, but you don't claim you black. See, Kamala Harris is quick to correct and say that, oh, she's Jamaican and Indian or something like that. But you want to act black, and she don't claim that she black, period. You know what I'm saying? But she act black, but you're really not, and you got a white husband. So this is what I want to point out to people to let y'all know, bro. This ain't what y'all think it is. When they talk about black and brown, we're usually never included. We're just the face of it, and that's all she talk about. And it ain't nothing wrong with her claiming what she is. That's cool. I was explaining this to my homeboy. I say, hey man, black people only really exist in America. People of other places in the world, they are who they are. Haitians are Haitians. Jamaicans are Jamaicans. Africans are Africans. They have a country, language, flag, common customs. So it ain't nothing wrong with that. But just don't play with us is my main thing. And she playing with us, dog.
So what do you
50,
see? 50 years. Yeah. Sorry about that. So
I
what
graduated from college more than a half century ago. So it's been
crazy.
a while.
That's crazy. So do you see it getting worse with the media propaganda, or do you see things? Okay. So you think it's getting worse?
What happens is you've got some jackbooted, goose-stepping fascists who strong arm and take over the government. Then they take over the press, impose censorship, and they propagandize to stay in power. You had some pink panty-wearing fascists who, instead of goose-stepping, they switched and twitched. They took over the media, propagandized the people. Now they've taken over the government, and they are attempting to gut the Bill of Rights so they can impose censorship on you. Like,
censorship. It's a heavy word.
Call somebody the N-word all you want, but if you slap them across the face, you might get your jaw broken if the brother punches you back. But that's not a hate crime. But then on the other hand, you say something about somebody Asian, now it's a hate crime. Say, okay, Asians are fine people. But the bottom line is that what they did in their name is suppress a hell of a lot of the Bill of Rights, which is not good for anybody. See, this is one of the things that we have to deal with is bait and switch. The Equality Act, that has nothing to do with equality. Nothing. If you recall, it was called the Anti-Lynch Bill when Queenla and Cory Booker decided to label something that had been tabled since 1997 when this clown, Juicy Jesse, up in
Juicy Jesse,
Chicago pulled off that fake salt thing. And see, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's how they do this bait and switch. And there's a lot out there that is bad. But they have their rights, and they can do whatever in the hell they want to do in a bedroom. I will defend them to that when they start.
Right. Let's say that for YouTube, so they don't get so mad. They can do what they want. Freedom.
Yeah, ain't nothing against them. Do what you want to do. I ain't in the bed with you.
Motherfuckers on YouTube, they all are off into that butt busting thing too. They unveil, drop their britches, drop their boxers, bend, and get busted in the butt. So anyway, that's what they do. But they make it too obvious.
Freedom.
Yeah, freedom of speech.
Yeah.
So you can bleep that shit out if you want to, because, so you don't get it. But I am retired. You are too, but I'm alive.
Judge Joe Brown too real for y'all, man. We need to bring back manhood.
I'm not older than you, so I really retired.
Right.
All I can do is barbecue sauce line, and I want it to be hot barbecue. You got this. I'll tell you about that later. But anyway, we have a fight because what it is a unique opportunity. You go to World War II, you got Stalin, he represents communism. You got Churchill, he represents monarchy. You have Franklin Roosevelt, he represents a democratic republic. They're all allies trying to get rid of Adolf and the Japanese Empire. All right? They had a common cause. Well, we have a common cause that's unique in American history. For the first time, black, white, brown, red, yellow have a commonality, and that is an assault on manhood, womanhood, and childhood that certain people are trying to pull off.
And we know who them certain people is. Them people in the blue.
And ram down our...
Go watch your go put on Netflix. Go put on cartoons. Go put on any random show now. You can't avoid it. You can't miss it. You don't even get a warning.
Throats. We have a separation of church and state. So the state cannot impose an official religion. They can't require its teaching. They can't make you go to church. But yet you can take a secular religion, LGBTQ, and you can force feed it to children with the parents having no way of objecting or opting out except they can...
This what y'all want to vote for? I ain't going for it, bro.